Hello and welcome to a very special episode of RanD Meets. This is a Christmas episode. Ho, ho, ho. Diana just walked off set, so I'm going to be on my own today, but for this festive episode, we've got not one, but three incredible guests to share a little festive fun with at RanD Towers.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Take a look in the 5 and 10,
glistening once again,
with candy canes and silver lanes aglow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas,
toys in every store.
But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that chooses the wish of Barney and Ben.
Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk is the hope for Janice and Jen.
and Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start.
We are back now with first two guests, but one more later, the special Mattheu Sell, aka Nevin, to come. But first, joining me, as I said earlier, we have David Cross from the Flying Beats and John O'Reilly of Whiskey Club. Two of our favourite people, I should say, more than just musicians to R&D. These both have been incredible supports, friends, a little bit, I'd say mentors, actually. We respect you both enormously. So that's why we got you for this special episode. What can I say?
Feelings mutual, mate.
We really, we've been a little bit offline in the last couple of months, and Diana gets so upset with me because you don't do enough to interact. But sometimes we're just so busy, work, stress, sickness. No, it's a hard life sometimes. So, but we're always here, and we're going to keep going in 2025 and try and do more episodes and get more people on the show, so I can talk more nonsense. Nice. So I'm going to dive into the questions. First, let me go to you, David. What have you got planned?
Hey, Diana.
Oh, Diana's popped in. She's doing the sidekick role. This is the sidekick. Ready for me to make fun of her, but she can't hear what you're saying, so that's the only problem. So, David, what's your plans for Christmas? Tell me, what have you got coming up?
Well, I'm not really travel worthy right now, so normally I'd be going to see my folks or my mother-in-law, but the thought of driving 6 hours in a car right now with some of the problems I've been having just isn't appealing. So Instead, we're making the best of it, and my daughter's coming in from Denton, and we're going to make a tiramisu, and my youngest is back with me, so we're just going to have a tight-knit little family here at the house. It's going to be fantastic.
The best Christmases for me are always the smallest ones. No? The more people, there is a more chance of problems. That's why.
Especially if you've got that lewd uncle, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
or a drunk brother. That was always the problem for us. What about you, John? What have you got on the horizon?
It'd be business as usual for us. You know, we meet family and friends outside of the big day usually, for travel purposes. So if it's eat, drink, and be merry, I don't know how I could push the envelope any further in those respects. Without going away and eat.
That's what Christmas is all about, no? It's just...
But, I mean, Denise will push the boat out a little bit because Denise, she doesn't drink at all. So she'll have a chance to be merry. I'll usually open a very good bottle of wine on Christmas Day. So it'd be the only day in the year that she has a glass. That'd be nice. But no, there'll be no, even musically, there'll be no Pogues, there'll be no Mariah Carey, there'll be no Prokofiev, there'll be no Wham. It'll just be business as usual for us.
Can you turn on that Christmas jumper just to show Diana? Yeah, look, Diana.
You can steal the show.
It's beautiful. No way.
That's better than our Christmas tree lights.
Yeah, we don't have a Christmas tree either. I guess we're miserable bastards, really, when it comes to Christmas.
I love that jumper. It's so good. You should make one. You should make one like that, no? Diana, could your mum and you could make that? I think her mum does the crochet, and Diana loves to put lights and things. So that's your favorite thing to do: stuff lights into weird objects. Look, I'm serious. We've got lots of things this with fairy lights stuffed into them. Speaking of Christmas music, because there's a lot of people don't like Christmas music, but I personally quite enjoy the Christmas music. But I have a playlist that I've made over the years. It's like classics, Bing Crosby, Perry Como. I like the 50s and 60s Christmas music, the old style Sinatra. I don't like modern Christmas music. What's your favorite Christmas song, David? Go to you first.
Well, I'm going to answer that in two parts. I think my all-time favorite has to be, I think it's called A Merry Jingle by the Greedies. Are you familiar with the Greedies?
No.
Phil Lynott of Thin Lizzy got together with Paul Cook and Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols in like the late 70s. And they had this project and they released the Merry Jingle. So that always gets me in a good mood to hear that. But in the indie scene, I have to tell you, I'm just blown away by Deidre Patrick's.
That's a good one, no?
Wishing You for Christmas, or I'm sorry, I'm not good with titles, but
what's
I get to hear
song called? The Christmas one?
Christmas is calling you.
Christmas is calling you.
Christmas is
calling you. Yeah.
It's got a real nostalgic feel to it. Like, it doesn't feel like a modern one. I mean, contemporary, but not like it feels like you know it just after a couple of listens, which is what a Christmas song has to be. It has to give you that familiar feeling. I think she did it pretty good.
Yep. Well, check out Merry Jingle just so
I will
you can get
definitely
some cheer for.
I would love to play it on the podcast, but I don't know if I can do these things with copyright. But there's some music that I can use apparently, but I don't know. Let's see what happens in the next week. What about you, John? Favorite Christmas song, or do you know?
If I had to choose a mainstream Christmas song, it would have to be Fairy Tale in New York.
Yeah, I was just talking to Deanna, but this was on today on the playlist, and I said to her, this is Britain's favourite Christmas song.
It's just brilliant.
She hates it.
The attitude, no, I love it. And if I do relent and play a mainstream song tomorrow, it might be that.
Then
mainstream, indie, we've listened about 3 times today to the JLD song, The Ordinary Night.
Yeah.
And it's exquisite.
Well,
that would be my favourite indie. I mean, Denise said when it came on like the 3rd time, why doesn't this take its place alongside the Maria Careys and just be every year coming back? I think it's that good. Brilliant.
Well, you almost stepped into my next question, which was, what was your favourite indie track this year? And I know some people don't like to play favourites, and I understand that, but we all have favourites. We all have one song that we played. Like I have 3 songs this year that I played on repeat, and I will be honest and say that one of them was Humanity Disorder, which is my own song. I have to admit, I really love it. But I had a Wendigo Drifter and Nevin are the two songs from those guys. Nevin's Let Myself Go, and Wendigo When I Die. Those are the 2 tracks that I listened to over 100 times this year at least.
We went heavily for Can You Feel My Lover, and I know that's an old track. We also like Diana's version of When I Die. We just really got into Memory Box, Rubber Knuckle. That took a little while, but I can't stop listening to that damn thing now. She Left Me With a Whiskey would have to get a look in there.
Yeah, that's another one that was on there.
But if I really had to call it, it would be the live version of Gold Inside from the Gold Inside album from Deidre Patrick, the last track.
The whole album is
amazing, but that last track's a single take with just her and Chris, and as a performance piece, and especially if you watch the YouTube, so that might be my song of 2024, I think.
Wow, good selection. What about you, DC?
Well, we had an election this year in the United States. And so with that and some of the personal strife I went through, I think that it has to be Stefsky and Hutch, Selling Lies. I mean, that just really, really hit home for
Those
me.
guys are really,
in a lot
really
of
good.
ways.
They're really one of the most popular, actually. I noticed they've got a big fan base. Thousands and thousands every month. I think it's like 15,000. Stefsky and Hutch now. Where are they from? They're European, no?
Yeah, well, France and Poland.
France and Poland.
Right.
I need to listen more to Stefsky and Hutch because I haven't listened to a lot of them, but I remember enjoying them. They've been so busy the last 2 months. I'm like a bad member of the community.
Stefan is just, and I don't know that I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but Stefan, I'm not sure, but I haven't talked to him in real life, but we've emailed quite a bit, and he's a sweetheart of a dude. So very, very supportive. And then Rubber Knuckle too. John mentioned Rubber Knuckle. That song "Eye for an Eye" has probably one of the best lessons that I think that we could all take as people. I mean, the message in "Eye for an Eye" is similar to what Stefsky and Hutch did in Battalion, and it's an old theme. It's just like you're not going to get ahead by tearing people down. It's by lifting people up. And if you get your eye poked out, and I love the last lyric, it'll surely leave the whole world blind if we keep doing it. It's like, yeah, exactly. So those have to be some of the most impactful. But, like you said, not liking being asked, the list is huge of songs that were impactful to me. So,
well, definitely you've got a lot of music to share. Always, David. You're the one of the most knowledgeable people in the community in that respect. Yeah. What was your favorite song of the 2024 indie song?
The song? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Kevin, you loved that. Which one from Steve Clapp recently?
Yes.
What's that one called?
That's it.
That Feeling by Steve Clapp.
oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Brilliant. Too many. Yeah, we don't like to play favorites, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's okay. I know some people are like, "Oh, you can't do that," but I'm not going to say anyone's rubbish or anything. It's not to be mean. It's just some people are excellent and really incredible, and but there's so many talented people in this community. We've been blown away this year. Like it's almost just 1 year. The last of Whiskey Club.
I love it.
What was it called? The last Whiskey Club.
John.
John, your last song. Sorry, I'm so bad.
Oh,
What was
just
your
one.
last?
My last release was just one more.
Just one more.
Yeah, that was a bit
I
fun.
liked it. Yeah, it's a good one.
John, what's the name of your instrumental that you released before that?
Oh, every time.
Every time. So there's two songs that probably had a lot of profound impact on me this year when it came to instrumentation, and that Every Time, yes,
Yeah.
I spent so much time trying to pick up that shuffle beat on the drums. Just really that connected with me. And then Neil Yates and his bass playing on that, I found that utterly inspirational all year. I mean, the techniques that I pulled from him, just love his bass playing. So just had to throw that in there.
Well, no, that's what I was just saying, because it's only been 1 year that we came into this space, and we've learned so much. We've met so many unbelievable people, so much music. I hardly listen to anything mainstream now about Christmas music. It's been a roller coaster year.
If you want to separate, because when you say song of the year, and I think, well, there's the song, then there's the performance, and then there's getting them both nailed down. Yeah. And sometimes I can just hear through the performance if I like the subject really strong of the song. But if you just think performance, a late runner, if you've not listened to it, would be Sirius Blu-ray with Omeo Babino Caro.
I've not heard that one.
It's worth a lot. I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing aria, and I don't know opera at all. So we listened to, I mean, we skip the singy bits and just go to the overtures. But I listened to Kiri Tikanawa and Maria Callas' version several times before approaching the Sirius song. And these are some of the best singers in the world. So the comparison is unfair. But have a listen to Sirius's voice on that. It's only been out a few days. So obviously the song is great, it's Puccini, but listen to that voice.
Well,
it's
what
beautiful.
I was going to say to you is that you both are musicians and very talented ones. And as I always say, I'm not a musician. So when I hear music, I just hear it as a fan or a normal person, let's say. So I can't really analyze well, I mean, I could try, but I can't really say, oh, this is the best or this is the most like the best performance or skill or technique. There's just some songs that get you. And I've been saying this to Nevin that his song "Let Myself Go," I played it like 50 times in the last month. Just on my headphones every time I go out, I'm like, Nevin. And I love walking to it. And there's just some songs that get you, and they get you in a mood that you want to be in. And it might not be the most polished song, or not necessarily, it probably is, but like I say, I can't really judge. But yeah, there's just some songs that get you like that, and you just have to keep playing them. Me and Deanna both have this sickness, unfortunately, where we fall in love with a song and then we just keep repeating it and we're playing it over and over. Stop playing that song, no? But fortunately now it's indie music and not previous music that Deanna would have shared with me. Fortunately, no? Like Tones and I remember you remember that? There's Tones and I.
What's that example?
I'm making fun of it. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to my next question. Big important one at the R&D Towers. What is on the menu on Christmas Day to eat? What will you be eating? John, go to you.
Traditional turkey crown, roast potatoes, gravy, mince pies, not all on the same plate.
Solid.
Bought a huge cake. There's only two of us, but what can you do? You can't buy little cakes. Nice bottle of wine, special bottle of whiskey. Sleep.
Got it all figured out. Got it all planned. I just got some potato scones. Do you know what potato scones are?
Yeah.
So we don't get them. I didn't think I could get them anywhere in Barcelona, and I found them. I paid like €5 just for potato scones. So, but that's just for the breakfast for a Christmas Day. DC, what about you? What's on your Christmas menu?
The only thing I know is tiramisu because my oldest requested that she make it with her mom Tuesday. So other than that, it's traditional probably. But
yeah, but you won't be taking care of it. You'll be getting fed.
Oh yeah, well I'll be playing bass and drums and
excuses.
Daily stuff.
Well, we just got a new oven, so we're going to enjoy that. Because previously we didn't have a lot of space to cook. Our previous oven had a malfunction, so that's a real boost for the Christmas dinner because it's impossible to cook.
We just bought an air fryer. We resisted, and apparently we're in a minority of 32%. So yesterday we were let's throw some roast potatoes in there and see if these things actually work, so we don't waste our time on the big day. I was surprised. It really is that easy. It does what it says on the tin. We've been missing out on all this.
I don't use oil anymore to cook. Only a very little small, sometimes but like a little bit of spray oil, but usually not. The cooked potatoes with, that's what we just got, an air fryer oven. We got a bit of a deal on Amazon. But yeah, we had our first air fryer, and I can only say it's been pretty good. It's not the most interesting topic for a music podcast, but it's Christmas, so what are we going to have? We've just got a chicken, which is not, but Deanna's going to make an incredible stuffing that she learned how to make, and I got some cranberry sauce. What else? The panettone, sweet potato, roasted potato, some delicious bacon. Real British bacon. I also paid over the nose for some real British bacon. Spanish bacon is, they don't do bacon. They do a lot of other things, but they don't do bacon. So I'm going to go to my final question for you both. Big one, 2025. What a year, no? It's like futuristic to be in the year 2025. It's like a movie. There's a two-part question. Let's say, what have you got planned for 2025 and musically? And do you have a prediction for the year ahead? So, John, you go.
I live hand to mouth musically, so there's only any one time one or two songs in my head. Mm-hmm. I do have two songs in my head. One is a kind of a rock blues musical exposition of the existentialist philosophy of Albert Camus, written entirely in 7/8 and nearly impossible to sing. But if I ever do manage to sing the bastard, then I would release that. And I've written a classical piece as well, an orchestral piece that may or may not be released.
Why not?
Prediction for the year. Yeah, US markets collapse when Donald Trump is assassinated.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'll tell you. That's a controversial one. I called Russia's invasion of Ukraine 6 months before it happened, so you heard it here first. I hope that doesn't happen.
No, I also do. And it wasn't me that did. I had no inside knowledge.
Yeah, disclaimer there for the show. Definitely not planning anything like that. That sounded horrendous. What about you, David? What's your musical plans and predictions for the next year?
Well, for the Flying Beats, the biggest news is got to be Punkin' the Corn. We're really looking forward to that. Really impressed with the effort Tim's done. His organization, his attention to detail, his pre-planning, his communication. I mean, he's amazing. He really is. I don't know how. I can only imagine the time it takes him to plan for a show, much less, doing his reviews and being, a very participatory person in the
two shows as well with his Friday night and then his Freaky in the Brain. The guy's got and the work that he does as well.
Is it a full-time job for Tim? Does he?
He works as a medical. I don't know what. Well, he used to be in the army, but he works in medicine. What is he? I don't want to say his official title, but he does. He works with cancer patients. Gives chemo. Gives the treatments for people. Helps them with treatments. I don't know. The guy is he made me feel very who am I to even speak to this guy? Really top man. Punkin' the Corn is, I wish so much that we could get the chance to go. It's quite difficult, obviously, with finance to go there. But I would love, I'm desperate to go to the US, but really I hope that everything is going to come true with Punkin' the Corn, and it's going to be every year, Tim said. So, big plans, but I'm super excited for that. It's in October, no? And to do a little promo for it.
Yeah, I saw that. So, we got that, and then I've got more of Tim. We're going to be on the guest bill for his Dallas show for the Texas tour that he's doing with Fraz and Spock. So that's we're really looking forward to that. We've got 4 songs that we're going to be hopefully tracking in February, and looking to pick up maybe a club gig here and there between. But
you guys are doing so well at the moment.
Yeah, we're okay. We're talking to a management company in Europe right now, and so I'm just in the discovery phase of that. But that might be kind of cool because if just having the conversation's cool enough for me. But if something manifests from it, then we might be in Europe sooner than later.
Wow.
We would love to go. It's just you'd cite the expenses. It's kind of hard to go completely on your dime when you're thinking about, food, travel, and board and everything else. It's not like you could just go for a day or two. It wouldn't be worth it. So I've talked about it with my family, and they're all supportive of it. So we'll see. I think 2025 is going to be good for the Flying Beats.
A prediction for the year, other than
maybe not as bad as John's.
I'm not one to predict. That's something that kind of escapes me. I'm going to just say that I predict that the people who put out the most love and support for people will be probably the most rewarded. That's what I'll predict. I think that's always the case, though. So that's nothing really groundbreaking, but that's the best I can do.
I'll leave you with I won't go quite as bad as John, but my prediction for 2025 is that the PSYOP operation that's currently going on right now in the US with the drones is going to go up a level. Just wait to see what January brings. I'm predicting big things there. It's crazy what's going on. But I'm not going to go into that too much now. It's a Christmas show, so I'm going to wrap it up. It's been really nice to speak to you both. This comes out after Christmas, so I was going to pretend that you'd already had the Christmas, but that makes no sense. So have a good Christmas. Enjoy 24, 25. I don't know what days you celebrate. We celebrate 24 and 25, and 26 is a day of rest for me to watch football. And Diana has a Catalan day. Catalan Christmas is weird. It's weird. It's weird. They don't celebrate until like January the 6th. And then instead of Santa coming, they have a log called Caca-Tío, no? Which literally means uncle shit. No, and you tap its ass and presents come out the ass. I'm not joking. I had to participate in this Catalan Christmas with an ex-girlfriend about 12 years ago. And I said, I'm never going to have another Catalan Christmas. It's very, very peculiar. Yeah. And the presents were really bad. And I gave good gifts. And they gave me that they gave me like 12 liters of rice or something like that. So weird. Anyway, I'm not bad mouthing them. It's just an observation about Catalan society. No one's watching in Catalonia anyway. Well, thank you both for this little Christmas chat. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon. I'm gonna try to play. I can't play your Christmas. I'm gonna tell me what were your indie choices again. Your indie choice for the year. Your number one picks.
Number one was for me the Gold Inside live cut from Deirdre Patrick's Gold Inside album.
Okay, and DC, yours?
You might have trouble with Stefskin Hutch because I've run into some copyright issues just using his and Reels, even though I had their permission. But it was Selling Lies, Stefskin Hutch.
Okay.
And,
well, if we can't do that, we'll just say it was RanD.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Have a
Merry
good
Christmas, y'all.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song.
So that was quite the interview there with John, quite controversial, but really enjoyable to speak to two of our good friends. And I said we had a third guest, but we've actually got two more guests, and they will be joining me shortly. But before we do that, we have a world exclusive on RanD Meets with the premiere of our new release from RanD. Punk the Punk. Stand by.
Punk, or draw the line. just so say it out loud. So say it out loud. We don't see progression in virtual society. We just want expression in digital reality. Punk the punk, or draw the line. The choice is yours. So speak your mind. Your voice is yours. So say it out loud. So say it out loud. Rebel or rely on the devil of the night. Just leave a little or leave a let it die. Rebel or rely on the devil of the night. Just leave a little or leave a let it die. Or leave a let it die.
So, I hope you all enjoyed. Merry Christmas from RanD. Punk the punk.
Really?
So, we're getting ready for our next guest. Stand by after this short message.
Bound by chains and pride, they lock us down, we're terrified. Oh. Under the grip of corporate control, no escape, extract every toll. Forced to pay their profits rise. We won't bow down. It's time.
Okay, so we are back for the second part of RanD Meets Christmas special. And we've got two guests, as you can see. I thought that Mr. Woloszyn was going to miss out, but he's here in all his glory, joining us with Mattheu Sell, aka Nevin. Thank you both for coming on the Christmas show.
Thanks for having us.
How are you both?
Hell yeah.
Tim was just regaling on some interesting topics pre-recording. How are you, Tim?
Oh yeah. Doing great. What were you? I think we were touching on chemicals there for a sec. Yeah, chemicals. Yes, I like chemicals. Yeah.
No one knows that. No one knew that. I never.
Oh, they don't.
Really?
Now they do.
What was going on with the
chemicals?
The Blanche Corinthians on Friday night? These sex questions, Tim.
Oh, dude. Wait, did I ask some sexy shit? Did I do that? It gets interesting.
But it was like they were with the same
everything
woman.
that comes out of your mouth is sexy shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Now my heart's
They were
thumping,
so funny,
and I might
guys.
do some humping, who knows. But yeah, the sexy questions, those guys, I had to, man, because I didn't pre-write stuff. I wrote topics, right? I didn't even write questions. I wrote sex, drugs, politics, abortion. I don't know where that came from, but those are the topics that I had written on my paper. And I was like, yeah, we could do something like that. And once you start drinking and, it's not iced tea, Ryan, so when you get there, you get to that point intrusively, you ask questions of who fucked whose sister. And apparently a lot of people have fucked one man's sister in that band. That's very concerning. Yeah,
hey man, you got to keep it in the family.
Yeah. Spread it like an eagle,
That was a funny interview. A good one, Tim.
A hole's a hole. You got to find it.
There are ladies watching this podcast, I assume.
Oh gosh, there are ladies, and I guarantee you there are naughty ladies watching this too. So there's a number of everybody watching this shit. It's gonna rock.
Absolutely.
A profane Christmas with Tim.
Hell yeah, profane Christmas. Very, very much so.
So I've got some questions for you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you that John from Whiskey Club gave me a quite remarkable answer to question 3. See, I doubt you're going to match it. I'll tell you what you said after you give your answers, but I'm going to start you off with a simple one. So what's down? What's going down for Christmas? What are your plans? Both. Nevin, first. You.
Oh man, really, it's going to be extremely relaxed. We're just kind of hanging out. A lot of my family is back east, and I'm way over here on the West Coast. So I've got some friends and family. We might do, like a Christmas dinner or something, but for the most part, it's just going to be really, really chill. And then I'll be right back to work in the studio and pushing some stuff around and getting ready for punking the corn. Always punking the corn.
Punking the corn. We had a little chat about it earlier with DC and John. We're just David was giving you a lot of praise, Tim, saying how remarkable it is what you've done, your organizational skills. He had a lot of positive compliments for you. And I can only second those. Obviously, I'm not involved with what's going on, but I'm supporting you from here in Barcelona. We think it's amazing. We'd love to come. It's so cool. Honestly, it's from where everything started, or where it appeared to have started just a year ago. It's amazing what you're doing. So
it's been a ride. It's been a fucking ride, brother. I'll tell you that. I'm just, I guess a lot of people, they saw the silly Tim and things like that and that side of stuff. And then I don't think they really expected for me to 100% go through with it. And then when I send, like, Nevin can attest to this because he's part of that chat, but when I send like information out, it's very detailed. It's to the point, there's everything is laid out. And like, before I started that chat, because I knew it would be a fucking militia against me of questions, and that's totally fine. So that's why I made sure I had my shit squared away. So when they ask a question, oh yeah, I got that outline. Oh, you have another? Oh, I got that outline. Yeah. And so I had made a bunch of shit, and no joke, brother. It's not too fun, But you just go for it, and you just stay organized. And when you stay organized, good things happen, man. And a lot of people are putting their trust in me, and that's horrifying. So I don't want to break that. I want to maintain. If they're putting their trust in me, man, I'm gonna do my fucking best and turn over backwards to make it happen. So that's why it is happening, because now people are listening, and it's kind of catching on. Not only on our little community, but actually as a whole as well. I mean, we're talking about putting stuff on TV, different mainstream radio stations. A little bit bigger things that are going to be happening, and it's kind of catching on. And once I release the information, after I signed this contract, I said a little bit in the subscriber show, but once I release that information, then shit's going to hit the fucking fan. I mean, it's going to hit fan quick. I mean, everyone's going to be sprinting around to do, and then that date's going to come up even quicker, man. So hopefully everyone has their shit together, because I haven't even fucking practiced, and I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't picked up that goddamn guitar until today. These are 18-hour days you put in for this shit, Monday through Friday, because I got the full-time job and stuff. But no, I'm just blessed to be able to, one, be above the fucking ground, and two, to have such a great family and, great friends behind me, to be able to push me to do things and give me that honest feedback, so I can not fuck off or make a mistake, and I can correct things as I go. So,
well, when you make ambitious plans, people are always going to be skeptical. It's normal, but I think you've definitely shown you've got the work rate, and like I said, people are saying obviously your organizational skills, but you've got the ambition. That's the most important thing. Like, if you believe in what you're doing and you really go for it and you know what you're doing, then there's nothing to stop you. Only money, that's like the only thing that's difficult in this world, is getting the money. But I think you're a resourceful guy, Tim, and I think you know what you're doing.
I'm very resourceful, dude. I still got a tight ass too, man. I'll go on the corner and make a $50, a couple of hours. No worries, brother. We'll make it happen. Yeah. But Tim's own personal fundraiser, not approved.
That poor stop sign.
You didn't answer the question though, Tim. I didn't get that. What are your plans this week for Christmas?
So, I'm with Nevin on this, man. My family, they're all away from me. So they're not scattered all over the country, but they're far enough away to where I can't drive. I'd have to fly and things like that. I haven't seen my family in a hot minute. But my wife, we spend time with the in-laws, and her family is just the bee's knees, dude. They're great. They're great people. Her mom and her dad are fantastic, and again, I'm blessed to be able to just spend it with them. So, it's instead of doing it alone, which is prior to Hallie, is list my life. It was just, be alone. That was it. That was
I've always,
Christmas movies and bourbon.
I've always liked a quiet Christmas as well myself. And if you don't have like a big family that you enjoy being around, then, and I don't have a big family and I don't particularly enjoy being around the ones.
Right.
Better to have, I mean, in Scotland, not here, obviously in Spain with Diana and her mum.
Yeah.
I spent Christmas Eve with those two and the dog. And I'm happy like that. Like and then Christmas Day, just me and Diana, dinner, Christmas movie.
Well, in the army, dude, you always have like, dude, you drink and you have fun. And in the army, I used to dress up as Santa and give like,
got the beard. Got the beard.
Yeah, I'd give like the toys to kids and stuff like that, for family events and stuff. So I would always have, that for Christmas. Again, my family wouldn't be there because again, they were far away. So, but I had my brothers and, sisters in arms, and they would bring their families out, their kiddos, and I would dress up as fucking Santa and go out there and hand out.
I can imagine
gifts
you
to
as
all
a
of
good
them.
Santa. You would be good. I said bad Santa.
I was a killer Santa, dude. Oh yeah. I was a mixture. Bad Santa was after hours, but in front of the kids, I was a great fucking Santa, dude.
I love that
Jingle
movie.
Bells, magic, everything, dude. It was awesome.
It's a good movie. No,
Yeah, after hours, it was Jingle Balls, right?
That's right, dude. Jingle Balls and Jingle Hell. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yep. Deck the rectums. I'll be Holly. Yes.
So, what? I've got a feeling that you might not be a fan of Christmas music, Tim. What is your favorite Christmas song, if you have one?
Favorite one?
Yeah.
Not Mariah Carey. I'll tell you that. Not
This is
that. Nope.
The thing about Christmas music, I was discussing this earlier, is that a lot of people really don't like Christmas music because you go to the department store, you go out and you hear the same shit played over and over again. But I really like Christmas music, but certain old Perry Como, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby,
I was just
classics.
about to say Sinatra. I like Sinatra. I like the old school stuff, but Tenacious D came out with a pretty fun Christmas album a while back, and I like that shit. Comedic Christmas songs are fun, but anything in between, like again, like the pop Christmas, I'm not really into, but old Christmas songs, yes. And then goofy Christmas songs, 100%. That's what I'll listen to. What
about you, Nevin?
Actually, I have two that are favorites that are maybe three, but two for sure. I've got God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, but Dio's version, which is fucking fantastic. And then Oh Come All Ye Faithful, but Twisted Sisters version, which is also fantastic.
Yes, dude, I agree. That's good shit.
And then there is I think it's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it's a compilation of a bunch of metal artists. But Dez from Cold Chamber and Devil Driver is doing the vocals on it, and it's fucking fabulous. So if you're gonna have Christmas music, I gotta rock out to it. The older stuff, I'll agree. The classics, you can't really. They really bring in the holiday spirit and the cheer that way. But me, I like to rock out quite a bit.
But I think you have the voice to do good Christmas songs. I was listening to Bruce Springsteen today doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Santa Claus. So I think you could do a good cover.
That's
of that.
a good one.
Yeah, and he was doing it so Bruce, like such a brilliant vocal. Like he changed the song.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, Christmas music does get a bit annoying. But in this house, I have a good playlist. I've got a couple of good playlists. There's like one on YouTube, Christmas Coffee Shop, 50s, 60s, and it just plays 2 hours.
Oh yeah, dude, the classics, man. You can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Moving on to Christmas Day. What is your tradition for? What do you eat? Like we have some traditions here in Scotland, in Spain. Diana has some Colombian. What are your Christmas traditions? I'll go to you first, Nevin. Christmas food. I'm getting the feeling that you don't like Christmas that much, Nevin. That's my feeling, that you're not that Christmassy. I could be wrong.
I used to really, really be into Christmas, but I feel like it became more of consumer day for a lot of people, and it kind of took the holiday cheer out of it. There's a lot of traditions that used to be that they're not really a tradition anymore. I feel like we've lost a lot of it. But my family actually, my parents were divorced when I was very young, so we used to do a big get together on Christmas Eve with my mom's side of the family. So really, our Christmas took place the day before, and we had hot chocolate and open presents the night before, and really did our family gathering that way. So that's really what tradition I know. As far as foods, it was all over the place. We never really had like a traditional, this is the meal we eat, these are the things we do, like that. But that's about it. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you that definitely a lot of the tradition has been lost. I was saying this to Deanna, that I used to go to church with my mum when I was a little boy on Christmas Eve at like 11 o'clock at night. And I used to really like that because you would go there late, you would stay up late, and you could go and it was Christmas carols. It wasn't like a big preachy minister, just like singing songs with mince pies or some and shit like that. So and Deanna was laughing at me when I told her that. I really like that. And yeah, those traditions are kind of like, people don't do that. Well, maybe some people still do it, but we're not in Barcelona. It's not really a Christmassy place compared to United States or UK. I miss that. I love the Christmas lights. You don't get a lot.
Yeah.
But you guys really go to town in the United States with the lights. It's like a competition in the neighborhoods.
Oh, we love to sparkle, man.
I love that shit. My mum used to drive me around our town in Scotland, looking at all the windows to see the Christmas trees every year. But now those traditions, now Christmas is just like a short event. I know. If you don't have a big family, it's different. I think if you have kids, this is a more magical thing. But
yeah, and also like the attention span of everything. Like everybody's attention span is so small now. It used to be a big thing. Everybody would make a big deal about it, and it would almost seem like it, lasted for days. And now it's like,
get their face out of their phone, bro. They can't do it.
Now it's like minutes, maybe seconds. Christmas is here, it's gone. Just a few years ago, it was like Black Friday, for Thanksgiving. Black Friday would show up in the middle of Thanksgiving, and people would like break away from their families to go, fight over a TV or some shit.
Really?
And it's like
capitalism. Yay. Yep.
I made the mistake of going to a Black Friday once at a shopping mall. Fucking hell, honestly. I'm glad I brought some weed. I brought some weed. I was in there for like half an hour, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm going to smoke this joint.
Weed, dude. You're going to need something to fucking sedate you at that point. Someone shoot me with an Ace Ventura dart, dude, or something, man. I don't know. Fuck, put me out of my misery. Black Friday, dude. Ugh. No.
And why Black Friday? Why Black
Friday? I've been in some very strong mosh pits. Nothing compares to fucking Black Friday.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, an 86-year-old woman with her fucking cane turns into Lou Ferrigno and the Terminator all in once, bro. She will take you down for those slippers. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Shit.
Fuck. I just no.
Yeah, I was saying that Christmas shopping is such a like, I don't have a car, I don't drive, and I don't really like public transport either. So if I need something, I'm walking. That's all. The last 3 days, I had to walk about 10 kilometers just to go and get like the specific Panettone that we like, to go and get like one or two other things. I'm absolutely so tired. But I don't care.
I'm gonna get you a skateboard, dude. You got the skater
I just hate
hair.
Christmas shopping. It's so annoying. I go and do it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm going home. That's all. I got a few things. You can't. I used to do that like the whole day. Remember when I was young? We'd go out the whole day to do Christmas shopping. I don't have the stamina for that anymore. Idea, the dog is interactive.
Well, I feel like, I agree with Nevin, man, to that question. I really do. I'm on his side because it's growing up, it was for us, we always had like an amazing, because I was blessed that my parents weren't divorced, and they're still together. So it was, we had like these big family Christmases and everything. But then suddenly when that COVID hit, and then politics hit and things like that, it was almost like this divide, kind of not only divided like everyone in the country, but also families a little bit. And then when COVID happened, people got really scared to get together. So that just kind of fueled the fire. So no one really got together for Christmas or anything like that.
Right.
And then now we're to the point where like, okay, like we're trying to get back to that normalcy of having Christmas together, but it's still fucking awkward, man, because that's still that divide. There's still that line. So like, for me, man, like, you know, for Christmas Day, like I said, we only do it with Hallie's parents. And to be honest, a lot of my family is like kind of like disowned me, like as far as throughout, you know, and it's okay. I'm fucking fine with it. You know, fuck it, whatever. You know, they'll always love me, but will they talk to me? That's another story. And it's because of the show, and it's because of what I stand for, you know, as far as, you know, because what I do on the show is how I actually am in real life. Like there's not like, I'm obviously I'll be more respectful to people, you know, because I'm not a dick, but I do, it transfers over quite well. It's a pretty parallel image. So
wait, that's the real you?
Oh yeah, brother. You know, so you know, my folks, they don't really agree with it. So Christmas, they're doing Christmas with them. You know, they're doing their thing, and they're getting together. My dad and stuff, they're all going over there. You know, I think they're out there in fucking Indiana or some shit. You know, it's like a 13-hour drive for me, but they're out there. So, and then I'm just doing it with Hallie's parents. So, fuck it. But yeah, capitalism is really taking over. Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of that in here. We just like to eat good. That's all. That's my capitalist thing. At
Yeah,
Christmas.
dude.
Eat good food. Next question. Let's
Go
see if
for
we
it.
can remember it. So, I'm going to get you to name. It's been an incredible year for indie music. And I want you both to tell me what, and it's okay to name a favorite because you don't need to worry about people thinking, oh no, I've seen that. I'm not going to name favorites. Fuck that. Name your favorite song of the year from the indie community. Nevin, let's go to you first.
Oh, I requested this one several times, and I think I've woke up with this one stuck in my head a few times too, and it's actually brightened my day quite a bit. Especially out here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a lot of fucking rain, you know, and it gets pretty grim some days. It's like the weather is depressing. But Banana Runs. Today is going to be a great day.
There's an uplifting song. It definitely is.
That one has been a mainstay in my head. Fucking, I don't know what you guys were on, dude. That strain did something for you, because yeah, it's an earworm for sure, and it embedded itself. It's up here.
It's funny. I've been smoking cherry runts for the last month. I never had banana runts, but when I got the cherry runts, I was like, oh,
that's a good one, man.
Sister.
Cherry runts ain't bad.
Yeah. Good choice, Nevin. What about you, Tim? You're flattered, obviously, that Nevin name checked you.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I just have to mute myself so I'll shut up so I don't interrupt him. Can't keep my mouth shut. You know, so.
I just noticed,
for me, man, it's...
I just noticed your graphic there on your page. Tim, PITC president. I love that. Punk in the Corn president. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, you like that? Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Sorry, I interrupted.
It's, we're getting professional, brother. We got, you know, the sponsors, we're starting to get a lot of attention. It's happening. Trust me. I'm making this fucker. I just sent the paperwork downrange for making it an LLC. And, you know, I'm talking to multiple insurance companies. Yeah, shit's going. So talking with the mayor of Davenport and the city council, shit is happening, bro. It's happening. And it's getting kind of crazy. So, but no, mine are, I have like, I don't know, for each, I would say for like 4 genres, like 4 bands, and I'll be quick with them. For me, for punk, it's been Along the Way by No Forks. That song just gets stuck in my fucking head like nonstop, and it's a quick tune, and it uplifts me. For like a softer tune, one that kind of like hit me in the feels was definitely Nevin's High Water. That tune, that fucking shit hit really, really, really deep. And it's been a long time since I teared up to like a tune, you know, like when you're actually listening to it in your headphones and you're sitting there. And because when I listen to music, I kind of go off into my own world. And if I'm reviewing the music, I turn off the fucking lights, I put the headphones on, I crank it all the way up, and I just sit there in the dark, you know, and just like listen to this shit. And, you know, and that was the first tune where I opened my eyes and I was tearing up. I was like, holy shit, this guy did it. You really did it. And that's like emotion for me, man. That was a big one. So that was a big one for Nevin. And our Fanny is like a pop, like you know, fucking like, yeah, dude, they kick ass, bro. They're like a pop electronic, you know, type vibe and things like that. But, you know, I never would have got really into the electronic scene unless I heard of, you know, RanD and things like that. So yeah, that's facts, dude, because mainstream like electronic music I don't know, doesn't really do it for me, dude. I feel like I'm in a Blade movie, you know, dancing on, like, you know, with a bunch of fucking weirdos, drinking some blood and shit. No, I don't want to do all that. So yeah, no, I like, but when I heard the independent music and the underground music and I heard RanD, you know, your shit, dude, that hits, you know, and it was kind of like unique and different. And I was like, huh. So you don't have to have a fucking bass drop or some fucking crazy shit happening in a song to actually keep a listener in tune. So you guys killed that, man.
I'm really excited for you to hear our next song, the Punk, because this is our.
Oh yeah, I mean, Humanity Disorder is probably my favorite out of your
I'm not singing
collection.
on this. This is Diana. This is
D.
This is D, and it's a punk. Our attempt at punk. So let's see.
Oh, all right.
Now, hopefully, we're going to be welcomed even more into the fucking who's this hard. But let's see. I'm quite excited.
Hell yeah,
I really like the song. But yeah, it's going to be released on this podcast, the world exclusive video release.
Okay, I'm ready for it, dude. I'll be here.
So it's going to go out next Monday on the 30th. So that we can. It's a good day, I think, between New Year and Christmas on the Monday. Maybe people are like, oh, hungover. Let's watch RanD. Meets maybe like 10 people. Yeah. But with you guys on the show, we should get a few more.
In the new year.
So I'm going to go to the last question because we're already running over time. Predictions. What is your prediction? Well, actually, I wanted to ask you what your plans and predictions. So plans for 2025 and your prediction for 2025. Let's go to Nevin first.
Holy shit. Well, prediction, we're fucking gonna leave a big mark in some history books with this fucking festival. That's one of the first predictions for sure. Hopefully, you know, things are already rolling in a way that I don't think I could have foreseen or predicted if you'd have mentioned it, you know, 6 months ago. So there's that. As for me individually, I'm trying to book more shows. I've got several collaborations and my own solo stuff that I'm trying to prioritize and get wrapped up and get released. So there's at least probably a good album's worth of music or more that'll be coming out over the next year. The amount of progress I've made in my musical career in a year's time. I mean, I literally just hit the 1 year anniversary about 4 days ago that I quit my 9-to-5 day job and went full blown into the music stuff and
living the dream.
I'm not fucking looking back, man. There's no reason to. And if it grows like this, you know, year by year, you know, the sky's the limit. So that's pretty much where I see things going, is just up and up.
I agree. I think you've got a big, not just next year, many more years ahead of you, Nevin.
Thank you.
I honestly can't say it to you enough, because really, I love your music, and Dee too. We both just think you're amazing. Such a top man, as I always say. Everyone says that in Barcelona, all the non-English speakers, top, everything's top, but you really are a top man.
That means a lot, dude. I put everything I've got into what I do, and you know, just like with Tim, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, you know, that people don't see. And it's hard for them to understand or wrap their heads around it unless they're actually doing it, which is another reason why I value this community so much, because there's so many people that when you get down or you get, you know, like things are piled up too much and you get a little frustrated or even, you know, question your own abilities, there are people around you that are going, nah, man, just keep pushing. You know, we've all been there. We're all going to go there again at some point, I'm sure. You know, and so having people that are in your corner, you know, it really takes some of that isolation, some of that loneliness, and some of that, you know, feeling like you're the only one doing this. It's a lot of fucking work, you know, being the one man band, and you know, I'm doing the PR and the marketing and all of the designs, and
so much stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm writing the songs, I'm producing the songs, I'm releasing the songs, I'm promoting the songs, and myself, and then also playing shows. Actually, I played a show last night that was impromptu. I found out about it like 3 hours before I was supposed to hit the stage, and grabbed my shit and went. So there's stuff like that starting to pop up, which is kind of crazy this time of year. You know, wintertime isn't really the easiest time to book gigs and things like that. You know, a lot of people really prefer the outdoor shows. So trying to get into the bars, and a lot of them will book out several months in advance. And so with me just kind of getting my bearings and getting rolling when I did, and then having to take, you know, I took a trip to North Carolina, and that kind of put a spacer there where I didn't do anything here in my home area. So it kind of left me in like this weird, you know, void of like, oh, I need shows. I don't have shows, and I'm throwing myself into other stuff. And they've actually started coming to me already. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty fucking wild. So if that keeps up, I'm going to be even busier, and I don't know how I'm going to handle that, but I know I will.
I know when it's when you work on your own stuff, like if you just have a 9 to 5, you can come home and you can relax. But when you're an artist or when you're doing stuff like this, you never stop. You never stop thinking about you've always got something to do. You can never be like, oh, I'm going to chill out, because there's always something to be done. And especially when you're supporting yourself with that as your sole career. It's like, power to you, Evan. We're right behind you. We're fully behind you.
You know, you would think it'd be like a sink or swim thing, and you know, sinking's not an option. So it's fucking swim.
Gotta go for it, man. Work hard. That's all you can do. Tim, wrapping us up.
For me, man, for
prediction and plan. Prediction and plan. We know your plan. Your plan is that obviously Punk in the Corn is going to be a massive, huge success.
Yep.
Obvious.
Punk in the Corn, Texas tour, the EWL show, Freaky in the Brain. You know, all those things for sure will be all happening in 2025. But as far as music wise, me and Dustin will be releasing an album here at the end of the year. Well, we are at the end of the year, so probably like, you know, hopefully New Year, I think we'll be able to drop it. But it's a 20-song original album. It took us through hell and back, so we'll be doing that. Punk in the Corn, yeah, man, it's gonna be a real thing. It's gonna happen, you know. I don't want to freak Nevin out. He'll see this certainly if you were rewatching the subscriber thing I did today. But I got, you know, a lot of recording companies on board coming to this thing too. So God willing, man, if we get like some artists signed, you know, or, you know, in contact with all these fucks, you know, it'd be amazing, you know, because you tell one of those butt plugs, you say, hey, you know, you want to come out and check this out, you know, and they're like, yeah, that sounds amazing. Well, do you have any friends? Yeah, I got some friends. Okay, tell 4 of them. Okay. Hey, four of them hit me up. Okay. Hey, tell 4 of your friends. Oh, okay. Oh, they tell 4, you know, and so on. And suddenly now you have a whole fucking section of recording, you know, like recording like people, the studios and these actual record companies that are willing to sign you. And, you know, one of them, I believe works with Fat Mike and NoFX. I think he's coming out and he'll be out there and stuff. Another one worked with Judas Priest. He'll be out there. So there's some bigger name. Yeah, there's some bigger name things because everyone's on board because it's not anything like anyone's ever seen, man. You know, a lot of these fucking places, they're about money. That's what this whole goddamn country is built on, is money. You know, and I'm over it. You know, $25 a fucking ticket. You know, and then what's even crazier is 60% of everything that I make, and 20%. Some bands will donate with their merch and everything else, whatever. I'm donating back to the charity. Like, so that's insane, for a lot of people because they're like, where are you making money? And I'm like, nowhere at all. Actually, I'm not, but I'm like, that's not the point. The point is to raise awareness about something other than ourselves and to bring everyone to an area where it's an odd area. I mean, it's in the middle of the country which is kind of cool. There's also a reason why I held it there in the middle of this whole fucking thing. And then to erase that, that invisible line of that divide that's fucking all of us up. And, now all of us weirdos can get together in one place. And hopefully this will make enough of an impact where I could do this yearly and, and maybe something even bigger. But I'll never, ever have more than 2 mainstream bands on this festival ever. Even if I continue to the day I die. If I'm able to stay alive, to get to this festival, God willing, dude, oh man, it is right, 18-hour days, brother.
Wow.
Monday through Friday.
They will kill you.
It's rough, and then the weekends I try to chill, but then I got the review show, I got Freaky in the Brain, I got, I'm still answering shit, but the pieces are finally starting to fall into place. And it's nice to have a win because you guys think, we have heroes, these bands, but when you talk to them, man, they really make you feel like you're worthless and that you're heroes. And when you hear that from your heroes consistently, when I'm talking to these fucks, I can't tell you all of them because I signed an NDA for most of them, but when you talk to them and they're like assholes and they're like, they don't see the picture at all. They're just all about the money. The ones that are like washed up, man, the ones that lost it and they're not in it for that anymore, man. I've been called a faggot, a bitch, a fat ass, all these things from these are actual band members of the bands and with their PR agents on the phone. But, you just get through it, because then I go back to, Facebook and I look at all the love and everything else, and I'll go back and listen to earlier shows that I did and look at the chat and see all the comments of love and everything. I'm like, you know what? Fucking, we're going to keep it going and everything. And it's a boost, man. But I see a lot happening and it's going to be an insane year, bro. Insane.
A prediction for the 2025 doesn't have to be it can be about anything.
If this country doesn't burn itself alive, I think we will finally, that 2025 is going to be the year where the people that don't have a voice will finally have a voice. And the people that have been struggling are going to finally catch a break. And I think that, it's not going to be due to politics either. I think it's going to be due to the actual just people here and their mindset. I think we're finally starting to find that turnaround point. And I'm going to be very, very, very loud with this festival and its meaning. And I won't change that either. It's for the underdogs, man, and that's what it's going to be, $25 a ticket's insane, you guys. I don't know the last festival you went to, but it was probably very expensive. But
yeah, it's like 400 or 500 now.
So let's say 250, Ryan. So let's say you come here, you spend $25. Now you got $225 in your pocket to give back to local businesses and underground bands. And imagine 20,000 people with $225 in their pocket to be able to give back to Nevin and these artists that are busting their ass. And they go up there and, you could charge whatever the fuck you want for a t-shirt at this fucking event. It's going to be so goddamn big. It's not going to matter. I mean, there's going to be so much going on. I thought 9,000 was a lot of people, bro. Take a look at 20,000 and you're getting fucking nuts. And I'm in control of 40 underground, insane animalistic bands. And I got to get all of them together and on the same page with information and everything else. It's a fucking nightmare. It's insane, but I'm doing it and I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm going to keep doing it to the people that say I can't do it. Keep feeling it, baby. Fuel the fire. And we'll send you a DVD on the house.
Tim, I got to tell you, man, I'm actually hearing from people that I'm just normal friends with. They don't even follow my music stuff at all. And they're like, Nevin, isn't that you? Dude, I just saw this fucking post about, some festival in fucking Iowa. And I'm like, oh, you mean Punk in the Corner? And they're like, yeah, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I said, not only let me tell you, but you need to fucking find that post and you need to share that to all of your friends and your family, because it's going to be something you're not going to be able to get away from it. It's going to show up in everything before it's over with, and you're going to fucking hear about it and you're going to get sick of it, and then you're going to want to go.
Oh yeah, dude. And it's only catching on more and more and more and more. You Google Punk in the Corn, you're gonna find so much fucking shit. There's and it's all this festival and artists. You'll find like artist names linked to the festival, like everything. Ryan's fucking, he does his, your articles and everything like that. You're a writer and everything. You look that shit up, Ryan's article pops up. Like it's everywhere. And when I make this shit in LLC, then no one can take this shit away from us. No one can use our fucking name. It's ours. And then, then again, shit hits the fan, and it's wild, dude. It's a lot of paperwork, permits, licenses, and reading, and a lot of homework, but I'm doing it.
It's going to be a huge
We
year.
fucking love you for it, man. We greatly appreciate it. You have no idea.
It's going to be huge.
I'll keep doing it. Ryan, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for having us on here, man. It's been a blast.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Your predictions were much more, I don't know what the right word is, normal, let's say, than John's prediction was that the US markets are going to crash after Donald Trump is assassinated.
That's a bold prediction.
And I said, that's pretty bold.
Bold.
I really hope it doesn't happen. That sounds horrible. Merry Christmas. That's such a way to end it.
Well, there's this rumor that Donald Trump has a bulletproof hairpiece. So, and his spray tan that he gets adds an extra layer. It's a shield, so the bullets will just kind of.
Well, I don't think it's such a big prediction anyway, because they've already tried twice. So it's like they're going to try again.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So,
and it'll happen. It'll continue to happen. That's all of those fucks up there, dude. That's all of them.
That's a story for another day.
Like a fart in the wind, that one.
It's supposed to be a Christmas episode, and John's turning it into
Happy Christmas.
Yeah,
God blessings. Angels and all that shit. Love it.
But I'm gonna play your two indie picks that you made from earlier, and maybe some Punk in the Corn promo. I'll speak to you about that after.
I got some shit I could send you.
It's been so good to get both of you on. I think this episode's going to do quite well.
Dude. This was fun.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us, dude.
It's always a pleasure being on this shit, dude. It's amazing, Ryan.
You're legends.
Absolutely.
Two of my absolute favorite people in the community. Both super talented, super honest, authentic, and just fucking awesome guys. Really. We love you. Both of us. D feels the same.
Same over here,
I love
brother.
you guys too, man. So much.
Same.
Christmas episode. Thank you to Tim, Nevin, John, David. Spectacular episode with 4 of our favorite people from the community. It's been a pleasure. Before we go, I'm going to leave you with this. So as mentioned before, we've got some indie tracks of the year from our 4 guests, and I'm going to play the last 2 of those now.
High water or hell, come hell or high water, the going gets tough and the tough gets harder. Now the levee has broken, we pray to the Father to give us the strength, come hell or high water. Fight through the fire, through the mud we won't falter. They tried to deny us a chance to recover. We search for our mothers, dads, sisters, and brothers. holding our breath while we wait to discover. High water or hell, come hell or high water, the going gets tough and the tough gets harder. Now the levee has broken. We pray to the Father to give us the strength. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. What pieces are left in the wake of destruction? Lives buried in mud, ripped right off the mountain, and the citizen soldiers fronting the lines, while agenda-lined pockets plunder our lives. How they plunder our lives. Can't really stop us. We won't surrender our faith, and we still have each other when they about face. I'll keep your head above water when you're going through hell, and if they won't help us now, then we'll do it ourselves. We'll do it ourselves. Keep your head above water when you're going through hell, and if they won't help us now, we'll do it ourselves. High water or hell, come hell or high water, when the going gets tough, the tough gets harder. Now the levee has broken. We pray to the Father, give us the strength. Come hell or high water. I'll keep your head above water.
We all miss the days when Grandma was here around the Christmas tree every year. So much love was in the air. But where do we go when life takes us away? We remember every day the feeling that Christmas brings. Christmas is calling you. Your love like hope is true. It's everything that you do. Christmas is calling you. Christmas is calling you. Christmas is calling you. Christmas is calling you.
Thank you for watching and have a Merry Christmas.